this video, are end-stage CKD patients really stopping dialysis with antioxidants? And also, does fiber actually repair the kidneys? And when will the artificial kidney finally be ready? Catherine here, I'm a doctor of natural medicine, and today is my favorite day because I get to answer your questions. Yes, we're talking about antioxidants, fiber, salt intake, the mythical artificial kidney, and whatever else you've thrown at me in the comment section, along with some suspicious emojis and the occasional marriage proposal. Now, before we dive in, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, tap the notification bell, share the video, and of course, to talk obsessively about my videos each and every time some poor soul dares speak to you. And when you're done, go write my name on the biggest bridge you can find on the highway. Bonus points if the letters are 5 feet tall or more. Alright, now that your civic duties are clear, let's answer the first question. Now, this question was posted on my recent video, the one about a clinical trial in which 9 patients were able to completely stop dialysis by supplementing just one antioxidant, which is mind-blowing, like real miracles of science level. Naturally, someone asked the most reasonable question possible. Is this true or just a hoax? So, is this for real? Are dialysis patients really getting out of it with antioxidants? First of all, props to you for asking that. I mean, you are showing some healthy skepticism, unlike half the internet who take medical advice from a guy in a truck wearing sunglasses yelling into his dash cam. So let's fact check this, shall we? Yes, it's real. I base everything I say on published, peer-reviewed, legit medical journals. And this specific clinical trial in which 9 patients got out of dialysis was no exception. But here's the thing. This all happened more than 20 years ago. Yep, right around the same time Britney dropped "Oops, I Did It Again." Someone figured out how to help dialysis patients with antioxidants. However, just like low-rise genes, the medical community completely forgot about it. At the point that in 2021, a single patient was able to get out of dialysis by using a cocktail of antioxidants he invented. And by cocktail, I mean something that involved turmeric, resveratrol, tocopherols, and enough NAC to detoxify a whole septic tank. And in 2023, a meta-analysis was done to understand how often CKD patients can actually get out of chronic dialysis. So what are the odds? Well, only 1.5% of patients can do that, which is not a lot, of course, but we are still talking about 15 CKD patients that get out of dialysis for every 1,000 patients. So, should you just give up treatment and wait for dialysis because antioxidants are going to save you? Well, no, I would strongly advise against that. Actually, my recommendation is to, do all you can to improve your health now so you don't end up in dialysis in the first place, including adding more antioxidants to your regimen. Okay, up next, a very interesting question I got in my recent video about what I consider the most powerful kidney repair nutrient. Here's what Chaslon 5061 says about it. No, it doesn't repair them. It is good for them, but doesn't repair. Okay, thank you for that comment. So, he watched the video, but he is not convinced the nutrient I was talking about can actually repair the kidneys.
Why?
And honestly, fair enough. The kidney is not supposed to be, an organ that can repair itself. Your liver is. I mean, Don't take this as a challenge, but your liver can actually regenerate itself. It's like the tail of a lizard. I mean, if someone needs a liver transplant, they will only get like a third of it. And the rest? Let's do it yourself, literally. But it doesn't work like that with the kidneys, of course. Now, that said, how do you call it when an end-stage kidney disease patient starts to improve their GFR numbers instead of, ending up in dialysis? So I want to let one of you guys answer this comment about kidney regeneration. Let's see what Mike DJ says about it. I've been in stage 5 kidney disease for about 9 years without the need of dialysis. I mean, guys, 9 years! Wow! I attribute the reason why I'm basically in remission to the info Catherine gives. All the supplements she suggests are normally ones that have clinically shown to improve or at least keep things the same. I've got nausea here and there and always fatigue, but I make it work. Okay guys, I mean, what more is there to say? I think he said it all. I guess I'll just move on with the questions. And thank you, Mike D29, for sharing your story. Let's see the next question. Blessed day, doctor. What is the best way to improve hemoglobin level? Now, this was from Irene Francisco, and I think she is from the Philippines. God bless rin po sa inyo. And this is a very important question. Why? Because hemoglobin is the most important marker for anemia of CKD. It's what your nephrologist will look at first in order to decide when to start the treatment. And of course, treating anemia is key to stop the decline of your kidney function. But how do we do that? What is the best strategy? Well, first of all, iron. Iron deficiency is one of the main causes of anemia, and it can be treated by taking a supplement. A tip when taking iron, also like vitamin C, it will help it absorb. Now, I won't give you a dose here because you need to be tested for ferritin levels before taking iron. This mineral can accumulate and can be dangerous. So don't play Iron Man here. First, test. Second, supplement. Then, we also need to take a look at your vitamin B levels, especially B12 and folate. These are the assembly line workers of your red blood cells. Without them, your hemoglobin production is like a factory strike. And yes, they are easy to supplement and safe. Third, here's something not many people know about anemia. You may need to supplement vitamin D as well. Vitamin D deficiency is extremely common, way more common than iron and B vitamins deficiencies. And studies are linking supplementing this vitamin to enhance erythropoiesis, as we can see, which means a better ability of the body of creating red blood cells. So in short, how do you improve your hemoglobin levels? By making sure your vitamin B, iron, and vitamin D levels are in range. Supplement if needed. If nothing works and your kidney disease is advanced, ask your doctor for erythropoietin or EPO treatment. Next question, this one is from a user called Divine Magic 3333, which by the way sounds like a username you'd pick after consulting your tarot cards and Mercury's current position. Anyway, she asks, can very low estrogen in adult women affect kidney health? Short answer, yes, it can. Long answer, oh my god. Yes, and the fact that we're not talking about this more often is wild. Like if estrogen were a man losing his hair, we'd have a shampoo commercial every 12 minutes. Estrogen is a very important hormone for the human body. It protects the brain, the bones, the heart, the skin, and yes, your kidneys. And do you know what happens when it takes a dive like post-menopause? Suddenly, your risk for kidney damage, high blood pressure, and fluid imbalances goes up like gas prices in July. Low estrogen levels mean increased oxidative stress, and oxidative stress means your kidneys are going to feel for early retirement. So what to do to prevent these issues from making CKD progress faster? First of all, use the strategies I often discuss here to fight oxidative stress. You know, NAC or N-acetylcysteine, CoQ10, antioxidants in general, omega-3s, all that stuff. These always help. Now, there are not a lot of supplements that are actually science-backed to help with low estrogen levels. Maybe the most supported one is boron. According to studies, boron influences estrogen receptors by allowing the body to more easily use the estrogen available. Now, if low estrogen is actually diagnosed, you may want to consider hormonal replacement therapy. This would actually solve the issue, but like many medical treatments, may come with side effects. So it's important to consult your doctor and to get informed about it. So in short, talk to your doctor, get tested, make informed decisions. You deserve that. Alright, speaking of hormones, let's talk about the one that's got everyone's blood pressure up. That's right, we're diving into the most controversial topic since pineapple on pizza. Salt. Here's the question from E. Lawrence 99. Catherine, you have got to do a video on salt. The information out right now is really confusing and mostly self-contradicting. Sometimes you say seriously minimize sodium to the barest minimum, and now you say stop. What are we supposed to believe or to follow? Oh, E. Lawrence, thank you for that, but respectfully, I'm gonna need you to rewind because I have said one thing about salt since the dawn of time, and I'm gonna say it again. Are you ready? Here it is. And it is, nope, not at all. Just no. No table salt. No to pink Himalayan salt. No to salt harvested by monks under a full moon from the edge of a sacred glacier. Please. Stop with all that salt. It's not good for your heart. It's even worse for your kidneys. So yeah, no table salt, no Himalayan salt, no sea salt, no Celtic salt, no raw pasture raised salt, and for the love of God, please, please, no salt substitutes. And look, if you've ever worked with CKD patients, if you've met a CKD patient, heck, if you've ever been within 200 feet of someone with a blood pressure cuff, then hearing someone ask, is salt bad for kidneys? Is like asking, is Earth really a globe? Is the sky blue? Is water wet? Yes, yes to all of it. Sodium is not your friend. It doesn't like you at all. Now maybe the real question here is, why are people still confused about that? The only thing that I can think about is all the misinformation you find on YouTube. I mean, yeah, there are still people on YouTube selling literal table salt to kidney disease patients. I know it's hard to believe, but I've made a video to expose one of them a few months ago. Yes, it was as painful to film as it was to watch. Anyway, I'm wondering if that kind of misinformation could be the issue? Because my answer about salt is simple. Just say no. Alright guys, let's talk about something we used to hear a lot about. Kind of like fidget spinners or common sense. And that's the artificial kidney. So I got this question from Sanjay Dar5756 who asks, many years past, no visible progress. Is it for real? A complete fair question, Sanjay. I mean, the last time we heard real news about the artificial kidney, I think I still had hope for the healthcare system. So what happened to the artificial kidney? Is it still being developed? Has big dialysis stolen all the project files for it? And most importantly, where is Dr. Shubha Roy, the project leader behind the artificial kidney? Did he vanish? Did he escape to a secret lab in the Himalayas to finish his masterpiece? Did Elon Musk hire him to build a kidney that tweets? Okay, let's get serious because I used to talk a lot about the artificial kidney and I am a huge fan of the work of Dr. Shubha Roy and his team. Back in 2022, I really believe we were on the verge of something amazing, something that could change the lives of CKD patients forever. I mean, no more dialysis, no more transplant lists. What more could you want? However, in the last 2 or 3 years, the news about the development of the artificial artificial kidney have become scarce and we don't hear a lot about it anymore. What happened? Now, for those of you that don't know about the artificial kidneys, well, it's a real marvel of technology. It's about the size of a regular kidney and it can be implanted inside the body. It won't require any power and it won't require any immunosuppressants. I will do the job of a regular kidney. So yeah, you may understand why I was so excited about it. However, today we don't hear about it anymore. We still don't know when clinical trials are going to begin. We still don't know if the artificial kidney is actually going to be ready by the end of the decade, like promised. And why is that? Well, maybe because they still haven't got the fund needed to complete the development. Yeah, they need 10 million and they don't know where to find that. So, to answer the question, yeah, the artificial kidney is for real, but we don't know when the human trials are going to start. And by the way, Dr. Sugaroy is not really missing. All that's missing is the money he needs to develop the artificial kidney. Okay, moving on, let's read a comment from Well-Informed D641. Well-Informed, nice name. So here's the question. Can you talk about wheat grains keeping your body from absorbing? He means absorbing certain vitamins and nutrients such as B, B12, etc. Well, can I talk about it? Yeah, but should I? Or should I talk about the fact that someone that calls themselves well-informed doesn't know what autocorrect is? Anyway, is eating wheat and grains going to cause a B vitamin deficiency? Well, yeah, no, that's not how the human body works. No one has ever sat in a doctor's office and heard, "Ma'am, you're deficient in B12. We found excessive quinoa in your system." Not how it works. Actually, there is a small bit of truth in all this misinformation about whole grains. People suffering from celiac disease may have slightly impaired B12 absorption if they eat certain grains. But guys, if you are celiac and you are still eating gluten, incomplete B12 absorption is the last thing you should worry about, really. And for everybody else, well, no, grains won't keep your body from absorbing B vitamins. Grains are not out to get you. They're not nutrient vampires. They're not plotting against your B complex. They're just food. And guys, doesn't that sound like carnivore influencers talking? Oh, don't eat plants. They are evil. They keep your body from absorbing your nutrients. Because maybe in the mind of a keto dieter, grains could do that. But in the real world, no, not a chance. So unless you have celiac disease or you have to sell carnivore cookbooks for a living, I don't think you should worry about wheat and grains causing nutrients malabsorption at all. Okay, up next, a comment from Ocean Adventures 777. Okay, these totally sound like a cruise ship captain. Here's the comment. I'm seeing a lot of people who are doing the carnivore diet and getting excellent results, but I'm truly hesitant to try it. Has anybody done it and got good results? Yeah, the carnivore diet. The diet that has everything your kidneys hate the most. Protein, check. Phosphorus, tons of it. Acid load, of course. Not to mention lack of fiber and lack of vitamins and essential minerals. But hey, at least those pesky grains are not stealing your vitamins anymore. They can't steal vitamins if you don't get vitamins anymore, right? So yeah, that's why I don't like carnivore influencers. They don't care if you have kidney disease. They don't care. You are going to suffer. They only care about selling cookbooks and liver pills while flexing on Instagram. And I'm not saying this based on vibes. I've personally talked to real patients who went full carnivore before coming to me, and the results, let's just say their GFR dropped faster than the stock market. I've personally talked with at least 5 or 6 different kidney patients who tried it before consulting me. Almost all of them lost some kidney function. In a couple of cases, GFR lost was more than 30 points, and one person in particular ended up in dialysis. Yeah, by following a carnivore diet. Please don't end up in dialysis for a fat diet. And if you want more science-backed advice, my video up here is for you, and this is all for today. Thank you for watching. God bless you all. Leave a comment down below. Bye-bye. Ciao.